composite blur. I think you can see this is actually the plugin that we are going to use, composite blur. I want you to look here. I actually have it on my computer, but I wanted to show you how you can get the composite blur that you're going to use to blur your background actually. Welcome back to this channel, The Dreams Tech. Today I wanted to show you, assume that you have your webcam set already, and then you have your background. I want to show you how you can blur your background in any video or in any image. In this video, I want to show you how you're going to do it here right in OBS. Like I told you before, I showed you in the previous videos how you can remove the background and then you replace it with another background so that you can use it. Look at me right now. I think you can see me. Like I told you that we are going to blur your background. First, look here. I want to show you how I'm actually doing it to remove my background, and then at the same time you blur the background. But I want to first show you that already the background I have right on my backside, it is artificial background. Now here, like I can actually disappear. I think you can see, and then I appear like I told you before. Now the image that I have backside, you see, now there is no image, it is empty. I have no background. Now I have to replace it, and then now this background that I have right on my back, it is an artificial background. If I happen to show you my background, let me first show you my real background so that you can see how I am actually doing it. Look here. This is my real background. I think you can see me. This is my real background. Now, like I told you, because you guys, I know that you are recording your videos right there. Now I want you to learn how to do all these things. Like I told you that I want to show you how to blur this background in this video so that you can always do it by yourself. Look here. I'm going to reopen my OBS. This is my OBS. This is my OBS. Now I wanted to show you how the background can be easily blurred. Now, before you go further on OBS right here, I am going to first take you to a desktop, and then we download the filter or the plugin that we are going to use here, and then you type into your browser composite blur in OBS, then you say enter. The moment you hit enter, it is going to take you into OBS. This is actually an OBS website. I think you can see right here. This website is actually for OBS, and then you click here composite blur. I think you can see this is actually the plugin that we are going to use, composite blur. I want you to look here. I actually have it on my computer, but I wanted to show you how you can get the composite blur that you're going to use to blur your background actually. Now look here. Now when you reach here, you'll have to come and place the download button here. I think you can see right here in the corner. Yes, this is the download button. Then it is going to take you to this page. I believe you're seeing me what I'm doing here. Then you download the installer. I think you can see the installer right here. It is right here, the installer. Yes, you will have to download this one. I am not going to download it because I already have it on my machine, so I don't want to put it again. Then the moment you download it, let me first try to download. I think you can see here in the corner, it is bringing save as. Then you will save it on your machine, and then it will have to appear onto your OBS. Okay, now look here. We are going to OBS again. If we want to confirm if your composite blur has downloaded, look here. You will come here into tools. I think you can see right here. Tools. Then you say plugin manager. Plugin manager. It is here. You see. You say tools, then plugin manager, and then you look here. Composite blur. I think you can see it right here. This is our composite blur that we are going to use to blur our background. Now, after downloading this plugin, what you do next, we are going to have any background, then we put it there, and then we see how we're going to use the composite blur to blur that background. Now look here. I'm going to use let me first create another scene right here, like this one. Then I'll have to put at least any background image, let me bring it. You're not going to see this part because I'm now going to the machine to get any image that I'm actually going to blur. Yes. Now look at your computer right there. This is the image that I've actually blurred so that I can show you how it is actually done. Now look here. I'm going to use my composite blur to blur this image. Meaning, when I'm blurring this image, you are also going to use it to blur the background that you're actually using on your computer. Now look here. This is the image right here. Then we are going to say filters. I think you can see right here the word filter. I'm going to say filters. Then the moment you place the word filter, it is going to bring things which are similar to this one. This plus here, I think you know. Then I'm going to place this plus. Then after placing this plus, it is going to bring me a lot of options that I'm going to choose. Now in this case, we are going to look for the composite blur so that we can apply it here and we see how it is going to work. Okay. Now, when I'm looking here, I'm going to check the composite blur. Let me first magnify it so that you can see it. This is a composite blur that we are going to actually use. It is already on the machine installed. Now I want you to look at the image right on your screen and find out if the blur has worked or not. Now, looking at your machine, I think you can see you no longer see my face nicely. Look here. If I place the composite blur eye, my picture comes out. Then the moment I place it again, the picture blurs. Now this proves that the blur, it is actually working. Now for your case, if you have any background, assume that you are capturing any background right there where you are going to use this composite blur to blur your background or to blur anything that you feel like. Now let's go back and we see how we're going to change and we make sure that it is actually fitting our requirements. So here you can increase the blur, and then you can reduce the blur according to your need. I think you see here. Look at the blur, how it is going to actually work. The blur has worked. The blur has gone. Now, with composite blur, it is actually doing a lot of things apart from only blurring the background and other area. I believe actually assume that you're recording a video and then there is a part that you would like not to capture, and then you want to blur it so that people cannot see it. Now, what you will do, still you have to use a composite blur to do it. Now, looking at the composite at the composite blur box, what we're going to do, the composite blur box right here, this one here, there are some settings that we have to actually use. I think you can see right there on the screen, there is a box, Dion, Kuase, Pixelate, and Temporal. So when you are doing anything concerning blurring anything on your machine, you will have to actually choose Dual Quase. I think you can see right there what it is doing. Dual Quase, because for it actually doesn't consume a lot of CPU on your machine, and then it is going to work perfectly. Now, background source for composing, let me show you. Now look here. When you choose this option, means that you are going to blur anything that you are going to choose. Now I have a lot of stuff here that I can easily blur. You can see the droidcam. Actually, I'm using the droid webcam and desktop audio, anything, display capture, anything right here, you can blur it and do it the way you want. Now, for my case, I'm not going to blur them, but I'm trying to show you how you will actually do it by yourself. Then when you go to effect mask, I think you can see you can still crop, and then you blur a specific area that you would want to blur. Assume that I want to blur my eyes. Look here. Assume that I want to blur my eyes. Now what you do, you look at the eyes and then you blur the specific area of the eyes. Assume that you want to blur the hand or the hand fingers. You go there by using all these, and then you blur exact area that you feel like you want to blur. Now for my case, I'm going to blur the entire image, like I showed you before. You can see, you can see. You have seen. Now that is how we actually blur any kind of image or background or image picture that you feel like. Now let me first change here. I bring another image so that you can see again how I'm going to do it. Now assume that I upload this image and then I want to blur it so that I can fit on the image. Actually, look here, I can still blur this one. I think I can still blur. You see, I can still blur it like that. Then after I put my image in front of this one, you can even reduce the intensity of blur. I see. You see, blur has come, blur has gone, blur has come, blur has gone. Now, this means that if you want to blur anything that you feel like blurring, assume you have any that you want to blur. Let me first show you. I think you are seeing me right on your camera. Let me first blur my background so that you can easily see how I'm actually doing it. Look here. Now this is my webcam and I want to blur my background. Now my background, it has got an image, which is this one. I think you can see it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a filter on this background. I add a filter which is composite blur, like that. Right here, you are seeing me that the composite blur has actually started working. Now I can reduce the intensity of the blur slowly. I think you can see that the blur has actually started taking on. For the blur issues, it requires a heavy machine that has got at least RTX or GPU, heavy GPUs, that is actually going to work for you. Now for my case, my laptop have not too much power, so the blur cannot easily treat it nicely. Now, let me remove the blur here so that it does not stop me from doing whatever I'm doing. Now in this video, I think you have learned something. If we want to blur any background of your image, that is how you can easily do it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will come in another video. I urge you to comment right down on my comments there, and also like this video. Comment so that I may come and I show you more than this. Thank you very much. A lot of things that I may do for you, but my machine have no power, so that specifically I'm doing it for myself. Thank you very much for watching this video. I sign out.